Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, we're hopeful that things will change in our country, and that hope is entirely pinned on the social media space, because the social media space, as well as smartphones with cameras rather, are now opening up the Nigerian space for scrutiny and accountability. There are countless examples of this, but the latest example being this Senator Elisha Abbo, who has been caught in a CCTV sting, which exposed him for attacking a nursing mother in a sex shop. You couldn't make it up. It's like Hollywood stuff. So this senator, newly elected off the back of the not too young to run bill, 41 years old, the youngest senator they are celebrating in the Senate. And what has he gone to do? He's gone to the sex shop with 3 girls and his police orderly to beat up a nursing mother. I mean, if you watch that in a Nollywood movie, you will say this is too ridiculous, but it's happening in real life. But anyway, guys, I bring you this. Senator Elisha Abbo arrives at FCT Police Command for interrogation. So the police are now intervening. Senator Elisha Abbo arrives at FCT, and FCT, by the way, stands for Federal Capital Territory, which is Abuja Police Command, for interrogation. So now let's just get quickly into it. Embattled lawmaker Senator Elisha Abbo, who was caught on video assaulting a nursing mother at an adult toy shop in Abuja, has arrived at the Federal Capital Territory Police Command for interrogation. The PDP lawmaker representing Adamawa North Senatorial District is currently being interrogated by detectives, as confirmed by the FCT Commissioner Bala Chiroma, who said he is still with us, so effectively detained. According to reports, the senator earlier met with the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, at the force headquarters before heading to the command for questioning. So now, why would he need to meet with the Inspector General of Police, which is the head of police? It's a simple criminal matter. It's an actual bodily harm, almost to the point of being a grievous bodily harm. Is a GBH case, which is a routine police matter. So this guy has been caught on camera physically assaulting and brutalizing a new mother, a nursing mother. So now this is not something that what is the interest of the Inspector General of Police there? Go and report to the police station, because they have invited you, and if you don't report in time, they come and arrest you. That really is how it should play out. But this guy has gone and gotten clearance first to get the script from the Inspector General of Police, so he can then go and play out the drama in some local police station, and then they say, oh, we've interrogated him, and then they will release him, and that will be the end of the matter. And then the next thing you know is the governor of Adamawa, and that is usually what happens in the Nigerian space. But we continue. His interrogation follows the outrage over the trending video of the young lawmaker assaulting his victim. The IG, that's the Inspector General of Police, also asked Chiroma to undertake a forensic investigation of the footage, which showed Abbo repeatedly slapping his victim over what appeared to be a minor disagreement, whilst a police officer looked on. So now, there's several elements to this. One, I've already spoken about the fact that he met with the Inspector General of Police, which is something that should not have happened, because he's a common criminal and he should be treated as such. And then the second element is they are now asking them to interrogate the footage, and this guy has already dropped the hint that the footage was doctored. And we'll remember what Malam Buhari said about the Dollar Ganduje, Abdullahi Ganduje, the dollar pocketing governor of Kano State, when we saw him with our own 2 eyes pocketing dollars with a gleeful look on his face. And Malam Buhari said that that video was doctored and they closed it down and rigged him in as the next governor, as the second term governor of Kano State. So we already saw that. So if this guy is now saying that thing is doctored, then he's going to go down the Ganduje route and is already met with the Inspector General of Police. So that doesn't portend well for justice. So that's the second element. The second element is the police officer that was with him, and they are saying whilst the police officer looked on. So now it looks as though they are trying to scapegoat this guy's orderly. So now you look at this in a different light. So this is an orderly that has been assigned to the senator for his personal protection. So this policeman follows the senator, rather this I call him a senator, but he's really a criminal. But he follows this guy all over the place because he's been assigned to him for his personal protection. Because I've had like high profile people within my family too, and I know that they assign all these police officers to them to go around with them in the course of their day, so that they can clear the space for them to function properly. So now this orderly has been assigned to him, and he has been working with him for a good while now. So now he now sees his principal, this senator, this criminal element that calls himself a senator, this Fulani boy, Fulani headsman turned senator, effectively this criminal guy. So he now sees this guy slapping up a girl. So now what position is he going to take? Is he going to take the position that is a police officer and is going to arrest his principal in Nigeria? That will never happen. You know that. I know that. Everybody on this planet knows that. He is instead going to take, because you have to remember that when these people are going on, these police orderlies and whatever, the guy will give him 5,000, 10,000, whatever, or take this, go, but make sure you buy something for your wife on the way home, etc. So he's pumping his pockets with money because this is what they do, and keeping him on board. So when he's now beating up some girl, and this guy is now, he will never take the position of the law. He would instead take the position of his principal. And when the guy said arrest her and take her into the van, then that is exactly what he did. So now how are they going to now look to punish this guy who is just a police corporal or whatever it is? I don't know what his ranking is, that has been assigned to a principal, and the principal is being misbehaving and is not quite knowing what to do or how to position himself. Because if you look at the clip of the officer trying to hold on to the girl, you see he was quite reluctant. He was quite reluctant rather, because he knew that something that was the thing that was going on within that space was not entirely right, but he needed to act in accordance with his briefing. So now how do you then position all this is really where the question is, because this guy now, this Senator Elisha Abbo, has gone on camera to do crocodile tears for everybody, crying on cue and reading a script. This guy, I'm even glad that he's able to read, so that at least tells you that at least he has some literacy, because a lot of them really lack in literacy or any form of real functioning, but at least he seems to have some form of literacy. But then he goes on camera to cry on cue, and then he cries on cue, and then everybody is now having to feel sorry for him, and immediately people are saying, oh, we forgive him because he has apologized, apology accepted. No, it is not your position to accept the apology, because you are not the one assaulted. The lady that was assaulted has not yet come out to speak. I mean, look at the brutality of this and the impunity as well. And not only would they have beaten that lady up in that shop, when the policeman took her away, I don't even want to think in my mind what they would have done to her, because we all know that Nigeria is like a jungle, and the police are like animals, so you can just imagine if they get hold of a young lady. I don't even want my mind to go there. So now this guy is now coming out to say he's apologizing, and then the police are saying they are interrogating him. There's not really that much interrogation that needs to take place, because it's a simple black and white case. Whatever the circumstances are, this guy who for all intents and purposes is meant to be a lawmaker, took the laws into his hands and administered summary justice on this lady, a new mother, a nursing mother, somebody that just recently given birth, and beat her up to a pulp and then told his orderly to take her into the van and brutalize her some more. So we all saw all this. So now whatever narrative these criminals are using to cover up their cack-handed attempt as being clever, the pushback and the feedback from the Nigerian population is quite clear. Enough is enough. Enough of this radio Fulani and whatever it is that Buhari said he was going to set up. Enough of this Ruga settlement with them installing terrorist camps within all of the 36 states of the Nigerian state, of the Nigerian nation, and enough of this idiot of a criminal, low rent, low IQ. I don't want to use the word BASTARD, but that's what I'm thinking of him. Enough of this sort of person going into a shop and feeling the sense of entitlement to slap around a lady just because he felt in the mood to do it, because that lady did nothing at all to provoke him, but because of course their leader, the Fulani man Malam Buhari, who has yet to produce his school cert, which we have been asking for 5 years, is in charge and is the head of the breeders in West Africa, and so he's like a headsman president, because they are president, because his Fulani man is in charge, so he feels like he can go around slapping young mothers all over the nation of Nigeria. Enough of all this. And they want to come and install Ruga in your village so that your ancestral land that your great-grandfather gave to your grandfather to give to your father to come to you, and Malam Buhari is now saying that it belongs to Fulani. Oh God, I mean, enough of all this nonsense. So enough is what we are saying in that country. So we'll now see how this one progresses, because the Inspector General of Police is saying that he has called for an investigation, but we all know that will come to nothing, because everything comes to nothing in that country. Conversations in the comment section is what I am inviting, but before you come join me in the comment section to have that conversation, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Click on the bell button, that way you're notified every time I drop a new video. Then come join me in the comment section and let's talk about this Malamism that is going on in our country under our very own eyes. They are slowly telling us to Aboki, the Oni of Ife will become the Sultan of Ife very soon, and the Oba of Lagos will become the Saudana of Lagos, and then we will all be made to do Allah Akbar. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but you come tell me what is going on in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, meet you in the comment section, but here I say peace.